daily. Obviously, your team is no stranger to third period comebacks. Just building off that resiliency, it must be a great pride thing in that locker room for you guys.
Well, it was. I think, especially the way it happened. You know, we had a tough second period, and you know, start of the third, you got that other power play goal. But you know, the way we just battled back through, I felt a lot of crap that we put up with today was pretty indicative of what our team's all about. It just shows that if you focus on the things you need to focus on, you know, this is a pretty good team that can accomplish a lot.
Well, Chris Johnson from Rogers Sportsnet, can you elaborate on that crap?
No, I think that's. I think everybody watched the game knows what was going on there. So it was a tough game.
Claude Julien de François, Radio-Canada. Justement en anglais, peux-tu juste parler un peu de ce que vous avez vécu dans les deux premières périodes et puis comment ton équipe est parvenue à s'en remettre?
Ben, comme j'ai dit tantôt, quand on s'est mis à concentrer sur ce qu'on avait à faire, puis on n'a pas laissé les autres choses nous déranger, on a été une meilleure équipe. C'est ce qui a fait de la différence.
Kevin Walsh, Comcast Sportsnet over here. Did your team get a bit of a lift from that incident with PK and Sean and his return?
No, I don't think. You know, I don't think that really has anything to do with it. I think the biggest thing in Walsh was that we just came out, even after they scored that third goal, we were a group that was determined to win the hockey game, and we started doing the things that we were supposed to do. We got pucks in deep, and we got our feet moving, and you know, we had some offensive zone time, and you know, pucks started finding their way to the net. I think that was the most important thing of that whole third period.
It hit itself. Claude, Sean said he thought that PK talked. He said PK apologized to him. There was no call on it. Are you okay with what happened?
Again, you know, we're not supposed to comment, get into details about that stuff, so I'll leave it as is.
Mike Coffey, Channel 5. Coach, talk about what the feeling was on the bench, down 2 goals. Did you feel the confidence level on the bench?
No, what you feel on the bench is these guys have been through a lot, and you know, even after they scored, made it 3-1, all I could hear guys saying, "Hey, there's lots of hockey left. Let's get that next goal here. Let's get her going." And it was all about encouraging each other to be better, and that's what's happened. And you know, as a coach who's been around these guys for a long time, you just let them be, and you let them you know, get themselves going, and you just do your job as a coach, change the lines, try and put the right people out there, and the rest they took care of.
Jamie, on this, and Claude, what aspects of the game did you see maybe get away from the guys a little bit in the second and eventually come back to them halfway through the third to get that going?
I think it was frustration. You know, you can see, and you know, and that's what I mean. Once we just put everything aside and you know, just say, listen, let's control what we can control here. When we did that, we kind of took it over, and we know it's not going to get any easier heading to Montreal. So we better be ready to face adversity at different times, because that's the way it's going to be.
Claude, Jean-François Chaumont, joueur de Montréal. Patrice Lejeune nous disait tantôt qu'après la deuxième, il y a plusieurs joueurs qui sont tombés dans la chambre, il y a aussi l'entraîneur qui a parlé. Est-ce que c'est plus le discours du coach ou le discours des vétérans qui a payé son tour?
Je ne sais pas, vraiment, ça n'a aucune différence, parce qu'en bout de ligne, c'est la façon que ça s'est terminé. Puis ce qui s'est passé, c'est qu'on a joué une bonne troisième période, puis on a réussi à gagner le match. Alors, tu sais, on a des bons vétérans dans le vestiaire qui peuvent parler, l'entraîneur parle souvent, alors peu importe qui a eu le meilleur discours, ça n'a aucune importance.
Claude Julien, TSN. What was the bench liner call for? What precipitated that call?
Referee, I kind of told him that I didn't agree with his calls.
Jackie McMullen, ESPN Boston Club. How valuable is it to have a team that you don't have to call a timeout and rally around when you're down to goals, to have them take care of that on its own? How valuable is that for this kind of year?
Well, it is. You know, you don't want to show panic either, and you know, timeouts. I think differently about those than maybe a lot of other coaches, and you know, unless it's real necessary in the middle of a game to calm things down. You know, our group, again, I give credit to our players. We're an experienced group of players. We're capable of, you know, regrouping ourselves after a goal and all that stuff. I don't need to settle them down, and you know, you try and keep your timeouts for the right time of the game, and that's what I try and do, but you can only do that when you've got a good group of guys that are capable of bouncing back and don't need to coach to regroup when they're in the middle of a period.
Vote over here, Darren Miller from Sportsnet. Two parts. One, when was your last bench minor? Do you remember? And number two, some coaches will go off to fire up their team. Was that the case in that incident, or were you just letting it go?
That's a secret I can't reveal right now.
Claude Brennan, Fitzgerald, Fox 25. You obviously get momentum from a win, but what kind of lift can you guys get from maybe stealing one like that?
Well, I mean, it depends how you want to say steal. If we stole this one, they stole the first one, so it doesn't really matter how you want to look at those kind of things. At the end of the day, it's who wins, and they won first, we won the second, and right now I think what's pretty obvious right now is if we focus on what we need to do and try and not let the distractions of things we can't control get to us, we're going to be okay.
Coach Joe McDonald, ESPN Boston, you said a little while ago, you're to a point with this team, you could just let them be. At which point with this core group over the last couple of years did you get to that point where you said, okay, we have this group that's mentally tough, and I can just let them do their thing?
I don't know exactly. I can't give you a date. I can just tell you it's grown over the years. You know, and again, you just have to look at a roster and see how many guys have been here for X amount of years, and those leader kind of players, and then you guys know by talking to a lot of these guys the maturity of these players. So I think it's about a coach feeling comfortable and saying, listen, you know, these guys they get it, and you know, if I have to talk, it can be between periods too. I don't mean, like I said, don't always need a timeout in the middle of a period to get my point across.
We're going to take two more questions.
Coach Dan Kagan, Metro West. The winning goal there, Torrey stays on the ice rather than take the change. Just what are you thinking there as he does that? And
you like to dissect those games, don't you?
Well,
I don't know. I didn't ask him, and I think it was the right move. Right, he made a heck of a pass to Smitty there. But you know, sometimes the players, they maybe feel a little tired, but they see there's an outnumbered situation and an opportunity here to jump in, and I think that's where Torrey is good at seeing those kind of things. So he sees an opportunity to go and get an outnumbered situation, and so he takes that opportunity to make it happen. That's just hockey instinct in my mind.
Matt Gallman, NHL.com. Claude, you've only coached Riley for 1 year. How has he earned your trust and faith the way he has?
Well, I think it's been through the course of the year, Matt. You know, this guy here has been, like I said before, he plays like a veteran, and eventually I get this open. He plays like a veteran, and you know, he's very calm in those kind of situations. You know, you don't see him make too many big mistakes because he's a smart hockey player. And you know, some guys have it. It's just you know, it's a knack he's had from the start, and with his experience with playing with guys like Bergeron and Marchand, it's just gotten better.
Thanks, everybody. Bruins are off tomorrow. We'll have select players available in the locker room at 11:30, and then Claude here at noon.